Are you ready for the worst nightmare to become reality? When the dead start rising and shambling towards you, what will you do then? We hope you won't fall prey to these flesh-hungry ghouls. So we have compiled some of the most important things that will make all the difference between life and death. Welcome to our channel. And today we're going to tell you the top 10 things to do when the zombie apocalypse begins. Make sure to watch each one carefully because they might save your life. Number 10. Secure a safe location. The end of the world is coming, and your house is not going to protect you anymore. So you better have a safe location already picked out where you can take shelter. A location far from the maddening crowds, preferably away from cities and towns. And this place should have high ground, very few entry points, and materials for barricading those entry points. There are also other bonus points if it is far away from major cities, highways, and densely populated areas. These locations are going to be death traps. Once the power goes out and the riots begin, people will be fighting tooth and nail for supplies in these areas, and you would not want to be stuck there. Number 9. Stockpile supplies. Do you have enough food stored up to last you and your family at least 3 months? If not, you'd better start stocking up right away. It's not just food you need to stockpile, but water, medicine, hygiene products, and many other commodities that you can't live without. Water purification tablets, solar chargers, fuel, flashlights, generators, and personal hygiene products are going to be of special value during the initial stages of the collapse, when everyone else is trying to scavenge whatever they can find. Be aware that supermarkets will be looted within the first few hours of the outbreak being announced, so having a good supply of non-perishable foods at home is going to be crucial for your survival. Number 8. Build a team. Going at it alone may work in video games like Fallout, but it's not a good idea in real life. Your chances of survival are much higher if you go into this whole ordeal with a team of people. Having more hands to work with is always useful, especially when the time comes to defend your position. Plus, if one person has medical knowledge, another one knows how to fix cars. A third can cook, and a fourth can guard the perimeter. Well, you're in a great position. However, pick your teammates very carefully. Desperation brings out the worst in people. So even though you think you know them so well, you may be surprised by what people are capable of when their backs are against the wall. Number 7. Arm yourself. Getting a concealed carry permit may be something that you've been putting off for a while, but it's definitely something you should do right away. Whether you prefer bows and arrows, knives, or firearms, make sure you know how to handle them and you have plenty of ammunition available. Handguns and rifles are both good choices, but silenced weapons are the way to go, since noise attracts unwanted attention. From the dead, yes, but also from people who could potentially harm you. So be wise with your weapon choice, and always have a backup plan. Number 6. Learn basic first aid. After the grid goes down, you won't be able to call 911 whenever you get a paper cut, let alone a gunshot wound. This means that you need to learn basic first aid procedures, which may mean taking a course before the end of the world, or watching YouTube videos now to prepare for what's coming next. Some of the first aid procedures you should learn include treating wounds, dealing with infections, setting broken bones, and performing CPR. Learning these basic first aid skills will increase your chances of survival and the survival of others around you. Number 5. Know your escape routes. You should always have an exit strategy no matter where you are. Knowing more than one escape route from your home or workplace could save your life. In case of emergencies, such as a wildfire or an earthquake, you should always have at least 2 ways to get out of any room or building you are in, but that's obvious. What isn't is thinking outside of the box when it comes to escape routes. Don't rely solely on roads. You should have forest trails, back roads, underground paths, maybe even crawl spaces mapped out in your head. These will allow you to bypass roadblocks or ambush points set up by hostile groups. Boats can also come in handy if there's water nearby. Even if you don't live near water, you can still use it to move from one point to another. Because when the zombie apocalypse hits, rivers and lakes will be full of all kinds of floating debris, since there will be no maintenance crews to clear them out. You can use these piles of debris as makeshift islands to cross large bodies of water. Number 4. Stay informed. You can't possibly be prepared for every situation, which is why it's important to keep track of what is going on in the world at all times. Monitoring news broadcasts after the zombie apocalypse will be the best way to figure out whether the government has contained the situation or if it's gotten worse. Staying informed will give you the edge you need to make the best decisions possible for you and your family. It could also prevent you from falling victim to misinformation, campaigns by hostile groups looking to cause chaos or distract you. If you want to receive information even after the grid's down, invest in a crank-powered radio that can pick up shortwave broadcasts. This will allow you to listen to stations broadcasting military news codes that can keep you one step ahead of the undead hordes. Number 3. Stay quiet. Moving from one place to another will become a dangerous endeavor pretty quickly after the outbreak. It's not the dead you have to worry about the most, but rather the living. So you need to avoid drawing unwanted attention to yourself at all costs. Avoid wearing noisy gear and travel as light as possible. This is easier said than done, especially if you're traveling in a group. People make noise no matter how careful they try to be, so it's best to avoid crowded areas and sticking out like a sore thumb. Keep a low profile and you'll be able to sneak past most threats unnoticed. Number 2, keep your humanity. Humans are social creatures by nature, and losing your humanity is one of the quickest ways to lose your sanity. This doesn't mean you shouldn't protect yourself or your loved ones. It means you should remember to help others whenever you can. Trust is a rare commodity during the end-of-the-world scenario. But giving without expecting anything in return is the best way to ensure that people will trust you. After all, who wouldn't trust someone who saved their life? So don't lose sight of what really matters: helping others and keeping your own humanity. Number 1, have a long-term plan. While you may have managed to secure a safe house, stockpiled supplies, and recruited allies, you need to keep in mind that survival is only the first step. You're going to need to eventually plant a garden, raise livestock, and maybe even teach children how to read and write. So it's important to have a long-term plan in place for when the immediate danger has passed. If you're willing to put in the effort now, you could be restarting civilization as we know it. The end of the world may seem like an impossibility now, but it's always good to be prepared. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share it with friends who might find it interesting. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.